Testing. Going to check real quick with our folks out in the buildings and make sure that they're live. Leadership, if you can hear me, please give us a text with thumbs up. What's that? I doubt it. Making sure everybody's live out there. Looks good. Looks good. All right. All right, good morning. Sure, it's good to see you guys again this morning. For everybody out in our buildings and watching this on YouTube, thank you for being here. Thank you for your hard work yesterday. Thank you for your hard work this summer. Going to start things off with our Pledge of Allegiance with our current serving Teacher of the Year, Mr. Madison Ingalls. So, Mr. Ingalls, please come forward and lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. Stand if you would. Wherever you want. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. right. Thank you, Mr. Chetnick, and our students, as well as all of our instructors. I saw them pieced in there. So we're going to start things off with another celebrations. We have a special guest with us this morning, Mr. Brad Butler, Mountain Home High School graduate and alumni, is here, and I believe he's got something for some folks out there. So.
All right, guys, so like Dr. Long said, my name's Brad Butler. Used to go to school here. Some of you may have taught me. I apologize if you did for that. I was talking with Jennifer, and I'm an example of a 180 from the Mountain Home Public Schools, starting early in my career to where I finished today. I've got 3 kids that will also be walking these halls at one point in time, and my job is to make sure that they were a little bit better than I was when I came through. But the reason why I'm here today is both myself and my wife, we actually started out as teachers. And, I think it's one of the most underappreciated jobs out there by far. A lot of times you guys sacrifice a lot with your own kids and your own families to teach and to mend the minds of other youngsters that aren't your own. And I think that's a special calling to do. And I actually got this idea when I was at Rogers teaching. Me and my wife were actually a recipient. They gave away a car at the time, which obviously we're not giving that away, but we could give away some furniture. So, but a principal had wrote a real nice thing about my wife shortly before we got married, and she had won a free vehicle for 6 months, which really helped her out and helped us out as we got on our feet. So it was a good way for us to be recognized as teachers. So. Like I said, we got 2 things we want to give away real quick. And first of all, I want to thank Dr. Long, Jennifer, and the rest of the principals that have participated in this, and it has allowed this to be a thing for us. So we're very appreciative of that, guys. And this is something we will be doing each year going forward, and just to reward the teachers and show you guys our appreciation, what you guys do in the community and for the youngsters. So the first thing we want to do, we want to recognize one teacher. We'll be giving away a king-size mattress to her. And I'm just going to kind of read you a little bit about what the principal spoke on this person. She said, "You'll never meet a harder worker. This teacher meets challenges daily with a positive attitude, and she knows what it takes to run a successful classroom, and she models it daily in her daily life." There was more that was said, that may be personal or may not, but we'll keep that at home. But the winner is going to be Miss Terry Martins from Guy Berry. So if we could all stand and recognize her, please. And Miss Martins, if you'll come up here, please.
This morning, just a little.
Okay, good deal. Yeah. How you doing? Good, you bet. Congratulations. I think we'll take a quick picture here. You bet. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next is somebody from the high school that had a fantastic admission here. One thing that stuck out into this one in our mind when we were selecting was the regard that the principal and the staff at the high school held this person to. Talked about their extreme hard work and dedication to the profession, but just overall how good of a person they are, and how much they impacted the people around them at the high school, the students, faculty, everybody else. It just seemed to be a true professional in the minds of the building from start to finish. So this time we'd like to recognize, this is for a $3,500 Butler Furniture shopping spree, and the winner from the high school is Aaron Mead. All right, guys. Once again, thank you guys for having me. Hope you guys have a great start to the school year and safe. I know there's a lot of challenges with COVID. So once again, thank you guys for having me up here. Appreciate it, and hope you all have a great year.
You know, one of the things that make Mountain Home and Mountain Home Public Schools so special is the partnerships that we have with our local businesses. And of course, you know, they pour into our schools and our kids and our teachers. And certainly appreciate Brad for doing that and recognize. Aaron, congratulations, man. Hey, if you want some help with that shopping spree, I'm sure Jennifer will help you. So, and Ms. Martins, you're going to sleep easy now, right? Glad you're here with us. Okay, so a couple folks that want to recognize a couple things before we dive into the videos. Miss Jennifer Seaman with Education Foundation, she has some announcements for you.
Good morning. Just a quick announcement. I wanted to let you all know that the Mountain Home Education Foundation Board of Directors voted last month to do our mini grants again this fall like we did last year. So if you guys remember, those are for $250, and if you contribute to the Mountain Home Education Foundation through your payroll monthly, you are eligible for a mini grant. So I will be sending out an email soon with payroll contribution notice if you're interested in joining, and it will also have the details for the application. Those of you who received them last year, you remember short application, pretty easy. And our goal is to try to help you, especially in the unique situation we're in right now, to help kind of bridge some of those gaps, that loss in learning, and also just the way that you're having to do things in your classroom that's a little different than usual. So we want to help you all with that. We're really excited to offer that opportunity to you, and we look forward to a great year.
We have a great partnership with the Education Foundation, as you all many of you know. Of course, any Mountain Home High School graduate can go to ASU Mountain Home for 2 years of tuition free. And so that's largely in part due to not just community sponsors, but the way that our faculty and staff help with that as well. Also to have a couple announcements, Miss Jennifer Holmes. Jennifer is going to be serving as our PTO president for this year. And we also have you know, we're very fortunate to have parents that are more than willing to come in and pour into our schools. Of course, past couple years they have not been able to do that as much as what we like. And but Miss Jennifer has a couple things.
Well, he just did half my speech, so. Anyway, I am Jennifer Holmes. I'm your Mountain Home Parent Teacher Organization President for the 21-22 school year. I've been part of PTO since its first year in 2016, and I'm so proud to see how far this organization has progressed in its short 5 years in existence. Last year was a year of resilience, as all of you know. So as Dr. Long said, our part as PTO was much different than years past. But this year, we've talked with him, we've talked with the principals, and we have so much planned, and we're looking forward to that level of normalcy that we've all desired since COVID started. For those of you who are unfamiliar with PTO, a condensed definition would be that we're the liaison between the school district and the parents of your students. However, I kind of feel we're so much more than that. So to demonstrate that, I want to do a little activity, and so you people at other schools that are watching this, I can't get my feelings hurt if you don't participate, but you people in the room get to participate. So what I want you to do is I'm going to list off a few things that PTO has done in the past, and I would like for you to stand if you have been personally affected by the example, okay? Easy peasy. So if you have ever received a PTO parent-teacher or parent engagement teacher grant, I don't think anyone in the high school has asked for one. Oh, yay. Okay. Number 2, if you have ever received a Sonic drink, meal, a gift during Teacher Appreciation Week, or a teacher conferences that was inspired by your volunteer PTO building coordinator, please stand. Yay, I can tell who the new teachers are. Okay, number 3, if you have ever called upon your PTO building coordinator to get together some parents for a meeting that requires parent input, such as for Title I funds, parent engagement meetings, handbook committees, etc. Yeah, you better stay. All right, great. And last one, which is probably the one achievement that I am most proud of that this organization has accomplished. If you have an active shooter lock on your door to protect your students and yourself in the event of a horrible school shooting incident, please stand. Yay. PTO is much more than a bunch of stay-at-home moms who get together and have coffee once a month. We truly care about our school district and the outcomes of every student every time. We are here to help you and be that liaison whenever we are needed. So please think of us not only when you have a meeting or a need of a parent, but also when we do our membership drive later this month, knowing that our funds truly do have a direct effect on you. So now, very quickly, I want to quickly introduce to you our Mountain Home Parent Teacher Organization Board for this school year. I'm president. Our vice president is Carrie Ramsey. Our general secretary is Jenny Cohen. Our treasurer is Hannah McKelvey. Our media secretary is Jana Gaston. Your building coordinators for this school year, which are the ones you really need to hear about. Kindergarten, you have Cynthia Dover and Erin War. At Nelson Wilkes Heron, you have Jana Gaston, Shonda Goodwin, and Cynthia Dover. At Hackler, you have Brenda Eaton, Heather Maxey, and Julie Tilley. At Pinkston Middle School, you have Cody Knatzer and Shonda Goodwin. At Guy Berry, you have Sarah Thomas. At junior high, you will have myself and Leah Coleman, and at the high school, you will have Ann Lance. We all look forward to working with you this year. Thank you so much. God bless.
Appreciate PTO and all the support that they give us. So real quick, what we're going to do now is I'm going to just run through really our top initiatives and our top priorities for this coming school year. And these have been developing. They're not going to be anything new to you guys, but they've been developing over the past 6 to 12 months. And so just kind of laying out the top priorities from a district standpoint, which will all eventually get into each of our classrooms and each of our schools. Before we go any further, though, with the summer PD that everybody had to participate in, I want to take a second and give Ms. Cheryl Miller, Dr. Nail, Ms. Nancy Harwell, Loretta Allen, Lisa Lind, give all those ladies a shout out, and I want you all to give me a round of applause give them a round of applause because the efforts that they put in to making sure that all those things were lined out and that each of you all, if you haven't gotten paid, but get paid for that time, was simply a tremendous task. And so you all helped me recognize them for their hard work this summer too. And I can't forget, I don't see Mitch in here, but I can't forget Krista Husky in that because Krista, she transitioned from our special education department to the district office and payroll, so she's the one who's making sure that each of us get paid today, right? Hey, that's worth a round of applause. So anyway, those guys, they did a tremendous job. But Dr. Nail, Dr. Brown, they're going to give you an update on the video here in just a second. But of course, we have some, what I would say pretty intense academic goals for this coming year. That's the implementation of our new literacy program, mental health stuff. It's been awesome to see Heather and Matt getting around and provide some of the mental health first aid training, which we know is so important to our folks. If you got to attend the Facebook Live event the other night, or watched it or watched the recording, Dr. Brown, I thought she did a very good job of summing up, our Pathways initiative. And the Pathways and the Career Academies is so rich, of course, but it hasn't always affected everybody K-12. And so being able to align and define those pathways is something that I'm certainly very excited about. Of course, Jennifer, she's going to be updating on the video a second, some of the good things that we have coming from communication standpoint. You will see a new website go live, as well as a new way in which we send out notifications. So all that information is coming to you very quickly as well. Of course, I sent out an email in early June about a teacher recruitment and retention program. And so that's going to give everybody in the district, both classified and certified, the opportunity for a $2,000 incentive and supplemental pay, which will be paid out basically on a quarterly basis. And so there's different checkpoints there, but those checkpoints are not meant to hinder anyone's ability to get that. They're simply intended to provide documents and statements of progress. So I'm very excited about that. Along with that, we have a couple things in which our very own Teacher of the Year, Mr. Madison Engel, was instrumental in putting forward. But in a couple weeks, we're going to be launching a Dave Ramsey type program for each of our employees called Smart Dollar. And so that's going to be a program in which each of you guys have tools to participate at your own choice and participate at your own pace. But I think it's one in which if you start talking to some folks that have participated in any of the Ramsey programs, they have been life-changing for them. And so I would encourage you to talk to Madison, talk to Matt Sutton, talk to any of these guys that that may have participated in that, because it can certainly change your life as far as a family. So I'm very, very excited about that as a program for you. In addition to that, I'll be working with PPC over the next really 3 to 6, 8 months of developing salary schedules that will include some of the teacher enhancement money that we'll be receiving in the upcoming years. So I do anticipate this money being formalized into our salary schedules in a way in which we haven't been able to do for our employees for really ever, I would say. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the opportunities that's going to come along with that. It's going to take some hard work. Some really, probably some uncomfortable type questions to address some of the things that we need to address, but each of our buildings will be involved in that through the PPC process, and so I would encourage you all to stay in tune to that's going on, and how we can make sure that we can take the dollars that we're getting and we can supplement our salaries and put it and address the things that need to be addressed and become as much competitive as we possibly can. Along with that, Miss Leah Cotter, Dana Brown, myself, our Board of Education, we understand the challenges that we have before us in ensuring, some long-term financial stability for the district. Of course, as everyone in this room knows, the district has been allocated a substantial amount of federal funds that we, of course, used for summer PD, for the recruitment and retention as part of it, and then we'll continue to use over the next 2 to 3 years. But our goal from a financial standpoint is to make sure that, at the end, because that's not forever money within the school finance standpoint, but at the end of the day that we're able to keep on cranking, and we're not putting ourselves in any kind of financial hardship at the end of whenever those supplemental funds are out, because we'll certainly get there. And finally, I had the opportunity yesterday to show a preview of some of the high school rendering and conceptual concepts that we're looking at from a high school facility renovation and build standpoint, and so I'm very excited about that. There'll be more information to come. Some of you out from our other buildings out in the district, some of you all might not be as aware of some of that, but what we're looking at is addressing some of our high school needs, from a facility standpoint, particularly the area underneath what we're calling the big top roof. And so I want everyone to be aware that we are looking at a facility project here at our high school, and of course more information to come on that. But that kind of sums up as far as the priorities from the district standpoint. Of course, I know you guys are diving deep into PLCs, hacklers participating in capturing kids' hearts, which I absolutely loved being a part of yesterday. Thank you all for that. And at this time, I'm going to turn this over to Miss Jennifer. No? Oh, she has a script for me. So I would like to thank everybody for their virtual attendance at this event. We are not finished with Dunbar Day at this point, but we are going to make it a video. So right here, the video will play at your buildings. You guys should all have the video as well. And so I hope you enjoy. I think it'll be something that is entertaining for all. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for your hard work. And I'm so excited about this school year.
Hey Bomber Nation, this past year in my office there have been 2 words or acronyms that come to mind. CARES, ESSER. You all know in the world of education we love our acronyms, so I thought that I would provide you an acronym so that you would understand the umbrella of services that come out of my office. So let's start with CARES. The C, Career and Technical Education, CTE Coordinator. A, also 504 in Title IX. It's very hard to come up with an acronym with numbers. R for Resources for our McKinney-Vento homeless population. E for Equity, as well as S, Supplies that enhance teaching and learning. So CARES. So thinking about supplies, that leads into the federal program side that comes out of this office as well. So let's focus on ESSER. The E, everything student-centered that supports teaching and learning for every student, every time, through resources provided with federal funds. So this year, whenever you have any concerns with CARES, ESSER, make sure that you reach out to myself or my assistant, Cheryl Miller, and we will be happy to help you. We hope you have a great year. Go Bombers!
All right, welcome back everyone. And I know for some of you, you've been around this whole summer. You've been doing our summer school programs for our students, or you've attended one of our 68 professional development sessions that we've had here at Mountain Home Public Schools. So I am celebrating my 1st year anniversary of being a bomber. And I have to tell you that I have learned so much about the Mountain Home community and our school district. And I just want to say I thank you to you all for being so welcoming my 1st year and support that you provided to me. And as we move into this 2021-22 school year, I know that we have learned a lot of lessons dealing with the pandemic last year that we're going to carry over to this year. And that pertains to my office for curriculum instruction and also human resources. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how my office can continue to support you. Curriculum instruction, we cover all things kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade. Lots of different areas that we won't go in today, but any needs that you may have, please reach out to me because I'm here to make sure that you have all the resources that you need so our children get the best educational experiences throughout the day. 2 big things are coming up in curriculum instruction, and that is our literacy programs. Last year we had our literacy committee, and it spanned K-12 and lots of different departments. They reviewed all kinds of programs that would support the science of reading. And so we did take one to the board that was approved for kindergarten through 5th grade, and that is Benchmark. And then we also took one for grades 6 through 7, that was My Perspectives. So a special thank you to the teachers, administrators, TOSAs, Michelle McWilliams, our tech department, counselors, and so many more that were a part of that review, the adoption process, and the implementation that started last spring and rolled through the summer professional development. I'm so proud of all these educators, and I know that we're going to have a successful year with our students as we turn into the 21-22 school year. Another area I want to make sure that you are updated on is our TOSAs. We have added some new faces to this support team. I've recently started sharing a curriculum report that comes to you each month. In July's report, I talked about our TOSAs and their areas of focus and how they're going to be spread out across the district and housed in many buildings. There is a Google survey that you can fill out if you're having a special need individually, maybe for your pod, your group, your grade level, or even your department. We are here to serve you. So please just take a moment, fill out that survey, and we will get to you as quickly as we can. And the next thing that I'm going to share with you is HR, also known as human resources. That covers a lot of areas as well. But one of the things I'm really excited about is all of our support programs that we have that exist here within Mountain Home Public Schools. And you don't find these programs in other districts. So I want to make sure I highlight these. and that is our micro-credential program that started a couple of years ago through a grant. And for those individuals that are going through that process, there will be a relaunch, and you'll be learning more about that. You'll be receiving an email. And I've sent a survey out to you to get a little bit of feedback. Please fill that out for me. Another program that already exists is our leadership program. And those are for those teachers that are currently in a program to get their administrative license, or for those individuals that already hold their administrative license. And so Michelle McWilliams and I will be teaming up again, and we'll be sending that out probably around September. We'll start that program of working with those individuals to help them get ready if they want to take that next step forward into an administrative role. Another program that Dr. Long was so proud and has already shared about is the Smart Dollar program that you all will be learning about throughout this year. And that is definitely, I've been through the training. I've also gotten to play around with that website, and I can tell you already, it's going to be something that really helps all of us, faculty and staff. And then the last program that's brand new, we are partnering with the North Central Cooperative, and that is our Novice Teacher Academy. We have novice teachers, and those are the teachers that are in the first, second, or third year of teaching. In those years, they're exciting, but they're also very challenging. And you can imagine a pandemic that adds on to that. So we want to make sure that our novice teachers are feeling empowered and supported throughout their first 3 years. And so we are finalizing plans with the co-op actually next week, and then we're going to be able to roll that out. And essentially, whatever they're learning at the co-op, when they have to go to those meetings required by DESE, then they're going to come back home to Mountain Home, and we will be piggybacking on that information, and then also adding things that are particular to us here at Mountain Home, so we know those individuals feel supported throughout their first, second, and third years of teaching. So, Bombers, I just want you to know that Mountain Home Public Schools is a very special place because of you. Thank you again for your support for me, and remember, I am here for you. As always, stay safe and go Bombers.
Welcome back. I hope you had a restful summer and have recharged your batteries. We've been very busy in the finance department, and we've been updating personnel records with stipend changes and college hours, and we've also entered all of our new staff. In the payroll department, we've worked hard on your summer learning payrolls as well as your summer professional development, and we're so glad that you were able to participate in those things. Send me an email or give me a call if I can be of any assistance to you. Have a great school year.
I'm looking forward to working with you this year as the Director of Student Engagement. I look forward to working with each school and district office as we re-engage our students into our schools. Also, I'll be working with our Bridges program. In our Bridges program, we work with underprivileged students and providing them basic needs such as food and clothing. I'll send out more information about that in the coming weeks. If you ever need anything from out in your schools, working with testing, or you have students that are in need, please give me a call.
All right, so this year we're excited with all that is going on with mental health and it being at the forefront from the pandemic on. We're excited to say we have the most coverage we've ever had on campus. And we have mental health professionals at every campus this year and mental health paraprofessionals. So we have a ton of support this year. We want you to see our faces. We can link you for support for those students. And then we also want to say that we are supporting staff in ways that we've never supported before. So get with us about any type of resources for students, any type of resources you may need to be able to look at counseling, at stress management, at self-care. We just want to be here for you guys. And I want to let Heather talk a little bit more about what that may look like from her new position.
So in my new position, we've already started this summer, worked with a lot of you guys in the summer, and it's been great. So we're going to work on SEL strategies in the classroom, building wide. Maybe not certain set curriculums, but how can we do it every day in the classroom, making kids feel comfortable, like they belong, but also helping teachers with more self-care strategies. And using this pandemic for a new change instead of trying to go back to our old ways. Like, let's use this to make some positive changes for teacher self-care, for kids self-care, and belong.
I want to read a real quick quote for you. It's from one of my favorite psychologists. His name is Viktor Frankl. It says this: "Forces beyond your control can take away everything you possess except one thing: your freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation." And here's what I want to encourage you guys with. Let's respond with a positive attitude. Let's respond with resilience, and let's make this year count.
This year's Student Services Director, I now have the responsibility of working with the ELL kids throughout the district, and I also have many other kid activities and things that go along with kids that I'm in charge of. So if you have any questions about anything with the children, so that happens in both inside and outside school, you can get a hold of me. Also, I'm in charge of transportation, and you can get a hold of me for any of the things that might be needed for you in that venue. And I also will have a lot of bleed over with Brent Boger as he works with his kids on his side. So you can contact ERI. I'll get you to the right place at the right time. Thank you.
So this summer in technology, you guys all should be getting some new badges, and that's going to save you a lot of time because it's going to let you touch your badge to the printer instead of having to type that code in every time you want to go to the copier. And then later on, you'll be able to start walking in through the front doors with them. They've also spent a long time working on Canvas to make sure that the start of your year is easier, that your classes are in there, that the grade book's going to work better. And then a majority of the time reissuing and redoing all the student devices for the summer. So with maintenance and custodial, the custodians worked extremely hard this year getting all of your floors ready. So give them a well-distanced high five this year when you get back in. Maintenance, we've redone the Hackler parking lot, we've redone the central office parking lot, finishing up the playground at Hackler. Let's see, we did kindergarten teachers lounge that has new floors and remodeled to the new the bathrooms. Fixed those major potholes in the back of the high school back driveway, and putting a sidewalk in from junior high to high school. This was by far the most painting we've ever done. Those kids did a fantastic job. And of course, you can't forget the junior high roof that should be finished before school starts. And food service, very excited to announce that every student, once again this year, one free breakfast and one free lunch. I still would like you to encourage everybody to fill out their free and reduced lunch forms. So have a great year.
Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a great summer and that you got some rest. Just wanted to give you a few notes from our special ed department. Miss Blum will be attending some of your SST meetings as well as PLCs, so be looking forward to visiting with her. I also will be in buildings and looking forward to seeing your smiling eyes this year. I'm praying for you and I hope that you have a great school year.
I wanted to talk about a few positives from last year. We just found out in the last week that we had 7 teams, athletic teams, that won the academic state championship, which is a big deal. The other thing I want to say to go along with that is we have 24 teams total, and all 24 teams had a GPA of 3.0 or higher. We had 15 of the 24 that had 3.5 and higher, and we had 8 teams that had 3.8 and higher. So that's huge, and we appreciate, because that couldn't be done without all the support from our teachers. This year, all of our activities are planned and it's going to happen. First big event's going to be Harrison, September 3rd, 7 o'clock. So we hope everyone comes out and supports us then, and look for a great year, and we appreciate all the support from our teachers and administration.
Welcome back. I'm excited to highlight a couple things going on here in my department. As most of you know, we are about to launch a new website, and that will have an accompanying app as well. That should go live by the first day of school, and be looking for more information from me about that as we get closer to launching. Also, we are going to have our very first promotional magazine for the district. That should come out around homecoming, and it will feature a lot of you actually, and lots of our students, community partners, parents. Really looking forward to this tool to help us show our good stuff. Have a great year.
Kindergarten is excited about the 21-22 school year. Our focus this summer in professional development has been on our benchmark literacy program. We're going to work really hard to tie that to our social emotional learning as we move throughout the year. Starting the year, we'll start with our launch, And as we move into each unit will have a focus area. The first one will be plants and animals. And we are super excited about the year, and don't forget, kindergarten rocks.
Hi, at Nelson Wilkes Heron this year, our theme is Live, Love, and Learn with all of your heart. One good thing that we're doing this year is developing our very first grade standards-based report card. Our teachers have had an opportunity to have feedback and input on that. As we continue this year to be student-driven, data-informed, and learning-focused.
Good morning. We are very excited to be welcoming 850 plus of our area's finest 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders to Hackler Intermediate this fall. Our teachers have been working hard to begin the implementation of our new benchmark literacy curriculum. We have been working on essential standards in both literacy, math, science, social studies, and of course our special classrooms. One of the most exciting things at Hackler this fall will be our social and emotional learning platform of capturing kids' hearts. Excited to see you all in just a few days.
Hi, I wanted to share that Pinkston Middle School is excited to return to learning. Our focus this year will be with our new adoption in literacy and using all of our resources with my perspectives and to focus on bringing and growing our students in lit. And we are additionally going to continue with iReady Math and also use all of our resources in that direction to bring our kids up and to also fill the gaps and to grow our students in math. And additionally, we will also do that in science, and we've got a lot of resources this year with Gizmos and Kessler Science, and we hope to bring all those resources both electronically and in the classroom to grow kids in science. And finally, our theme for this year is to focus on supporting everyone in our Pinkston family, from our students to our teachers and staff and our families and our community. And we are going to do that by Pinkston being there for our students.
Welcome to Mountain Home Junior High. I wanted to let you all know, I'm pleased to announce our theme for this year is Raising the Bar. That comes with understanding of raised expectations for administrators, teachers, staff, and students. We really hope to focus on the basic of academics and getting back to the root of learning so we can really raise that expectation and that standard of learning within our school.
Good morning, Bombers. We have a lot of exciting things happening here at high school. We have 17 new staff members, and the big focus this year is on just welcoming everybody back. We're hoping every seat is filled, and with students coming back on campus, we want to focus on teaching and learning and building relationships with those students, because some of them haven't been in school for a long, long time. So we're really excited, and we're ready to get the year going. Go Bombers.
At Galberry this year, we're going to continue to work on our focus with project-based learning. These projects are cross-curricular. They work through not only just our core classes, but also through our electives. We hope you all have a great year.
Thank you for your compassion,
your dedication,
motivating, parenting, empowering,
mentoring,
encouraging,
challenging,
sacrificing,
creating a safe environment,
and loving
our students.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of LeBron. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea and I'll get my ping pong. This is dead heavy, can't hit the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this beach chain like money. This go overload, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm diamond, you know I glow. Hey, so let's go. Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little focus on. love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down. Can't none bring me down. Your love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down. Can't none.
Alabama, Arkansas, hard to love my marked by, not the way that I do love you. Well, holy moly, me oh my, you're the apple of my eye. Girl, I've never loved one like you. And oh my best friend, I scream into the nothingness. There ain't nothing that I need. Well, hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ, ain't nothing please me more than you. Oh, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Oh, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you. I follow you into the park, through the jungle, through the dark. God, I never loved one like you. Boats and waterfalls, alleyways and payphone calls. I'll be here everywhere with you. We laugh until we think we'll die, barefoot on a summer night. Nothing new is sweeter than with you. And in the street we run free like it's only you and me. Geez, got something to see. Oh, oh, let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Oh, oh, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
First we were afraid, we were petrified, kept thinking school would be virtual instead on site.
But we spent so many days just planning for it all, and we didn't stall. Canvas wouldn't let us fall,
And so we're back from summer break. Hackler is ready for our kids with big smiles on their face.
even though we're wearing masks and social distancing. We reminisce about the day
With no face covering, come on, let's go. Walk through the door, don't hesitate now. Hackler is fun and so much more. Weren't you the ones Walk through the door. Don't hesitate now. Heckler is fun and so much more. Weren't you the ones who were bored all summer long? You thought you'd cry. The KGB has us in no chance of life. We will survive. Oh, as long as we can wear our jeans, we know we'll stay alive. We got Germans for COVID. We got all our love to give. We will survive. We will survive. Hey, hey!
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. Still in bed at 10 and work again at 8. Burned your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world was brought you down to your knees. And I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
I teach middle school for 2 reasons. First of all, middle school teachers, they stick together. They tend to have each other's back. And when things get tough, they get stronger. And when you seem to feel alone in your adventures, someone always seems to notice and show up at your door with a piece of dark chocolate and some kind words. The second reason is I love this age. They keep me on my toes. They keep me feeling young. Not a day goes by that I don't get some brutally honest wisdom or a joke or laugh, some humor that keeps me laughing the rest of the day. But most of all, these kids have hope. When things get crazy and adults are hard to deal with, a middle school student speaks their truth. They're problem solvers. They're the first one to run to someone that's in need. They know that they can make a difference. Their emotions, they're on overload. But those friendships, they're genuine. And when you combine all these assets together with the dynamics of music, you have a potential powerhouse to work with that energizes you every day.
Hello, I'm Ms. Coley. Middle school students are typically considered one of the hardest age groups to teach. And they come to us as older children who are still willing to please and do what it takes to make their teacher happy. And I love seeing the growth into these preteens who have developed their own personalities. They are unique, they are spontaneous, and it definitely takes some special people to be able to work with this age group.
Why I teach middle school? Well, the old saying is, you are what you teach. But I think in my case, it's you teach what you are. And I probably have the personality of a middle schooler. Unfortunately. Fortunately.
I became a teacher so that I could build relationships with students that would allow me to be a positive influence in their lives.
I chose middle school because there is so much that we can help teach children at this age. They're learning how to socialize. They're learning how to be more independent. And as mentors and their teachers, it is our jobs to help them along the way so that they learn who they are, and to help them, of course, educationally, so they can have a bright and productive future.
I chose middle school reading because I enjoy helping students find their reading confidence.
Why do I teach middle school? Well, it seems like every time someone says, "What do you teach?" and I say, "Oh, I teach 7th grade," they respond with, "Ew," or, "Ooh, I don't think I could do that." I love it. I love middle schoolers. They're very different. Every day's a new day. You probably know that if you've ever lived with a 7th grader. But it's never boring. They're fun. There's always something new. Every single day, there's something new. I don't want to teach anything else. I love middle school.
Hi, my name is Ed Jamnicki. I teach study skills at Pinkston Middle School. In study skills, we learn how to learn. Every problem is really an opportunity in disguise. I chose middle school because what we do is we produce lifelong learners, and I couldn't be prouder to be part of that. Well, I love my Pinkston family. Go Bombers.
All right, gang, it's school time. Today I want to cover these 3 things. First thing we have to do is we have to engage our people. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! Give me 1. Give me 2. Give me 3. Good. We're ready. Second thing we have to do, second thing I want to address is juice. We have to play the game with juice. Juice is important. Juice is enthusiastic. Juice is contagious. We want to have the rowdiest stadium in the 6A West. We want to have the best school in the state of Arkansas. Give me juice. Juice. Preparation wins. We have to prepare to win. We have to watch tape. We have to do our homework. We have to invest in relationships. You know and I know that if they love you, they're going to run through walls for you. If we do these things, we will win. Now let's break down the door and go kick some butt. Bombers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bombers! I believe. I believe. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that we. I believe that we. I believe that we just won. 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 Hey, what? Do you really love to teach? Yes. Well, at Guyberry College and Career Academy, we're teaching them, we're reaching them, and we're making dreams come true.
We did have some anonymous, unbiased judges that were watching that, and so we'll announce those later this week. Miss Jennifer, if you're still here, you guys, Jennifer put all that together. Let's give her a big round of applause, please. So with that, thank you. Hope you all have a great day.